How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about BBIG, which had a strong day inside of the market. Like I was saying, $3 is a psychological area and we just closed just below it. This is part of the reasons why when we do these technicals and you do your homework, you can have a good idea what the price action could potentially look like. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is a technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support. We want to know resistance. We want to know what it looks like in the bearish case scenario and as well as in the bullish case scenario. And then we're going to go on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important, it does have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what was the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the retail side and as well as for the institutional side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for BBIG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $2.96, being up 16.54%. On the low, it tested $2.63, and then on the high, testing $3.28. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 40.564 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days being at 18.797 million shares. So we more than doubled our average volume on the day, and it's part of the reasons why we saw a lot of strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, we're right around 36.40. And then when we take a look at the moving averages here on the chart, we are below the 100-day, we're also below the 50-day, the 200-day, and as well as the 21-day EMA. So like I was talking about in the video yesterday, I wanted us to have some strength above $2.50. As far as for the low on the day, we ended up testing $2.63, which we've proven to have a strong area of support here, and then we ended up seeing a high of $3.28. We already pointed this out in previous videos as well, that this was going to be a resistance area due to the fact it did have resistance here back on November the 29th and as well as over here on November the 26th. So what we'd want to look forward to in the most bullish case scenario is filling in that gap going to $3.77. If we decide to pull back going into tomorrow, or if we want to consolidate, I would love for us to actually hold up the 260 level. Holding up 260, most preferably, I would love to see us actually hold up 285, then things look really good when it comes to filling in that gap. Another great part about it is we can come back to reclaiming the 21-day EMA at $3.57, because I feel if we could build support in this area, then I'm looking forward to seeing that move to $4. $4 will be a psychological area. There will be a lot of profit taking, but again, if we could have strong volume, we could easily get above it. And like I was saying before as well, $3 was a psychological area, and that's why I'm not surprised that we closed right at $2.96. So let's see how BBIG performs going into tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for BBIG. So for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 31.72%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 1.794 million shares. Scrolling down further on the page, the short shares availability is at 300,000, updated 24 minutes ago, and then for the short borrow free rate, it is at 23.15%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for December the 3rd, it was at 29.91, and then for the close yesterday, which was the 6th, it was at 31.72. So what this tells us right away, BBIG does have short squeeze potential, and on top of that, this is why it's important to make sure there's a lot of volume coming into the play like we saw today. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for BBIG. So we can see here on the inflow, it was at 25.76, and then on the outflow, it was at 26.48. Taking a look at the breakdown even further, you can see on the large, it was 8.19. On the medium, it was 13.22, and then on the small, it was 4.35. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 7.09. On the medium, it was 15.01, and then on the small, it was 4.38. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for today, December the 7th, it being at 1,101.6, and we also did have an inflow day on the 6th, which was at 546.46. And when we analyze the numbers even further, you can see for the small scale orders that represents the retail side, we had more selling than we had buying, but it was still fairly close. It was only like 4.35 million versus 4.38 million. And then when we take a look at what happened on the medium, we had more selling than we had buying. And then when we take a look at the large, of course, we saw there was more buying than we had selling, which potentially could be representing institutions. When we take a look at the turnover ratio, it was at 42.01%. So this is extremely high. And what this tells us, there's a lot of traders that are going in and out of this play, and it's part of the reasons why you want to do your homework before you jump into it. You want to make sure you maximize your overall entry, and this is the reason why I do these videos for you guys to keep you inside of the loop. So now let's go into the final thoughts, and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for BBIG in regards to price action for tomorrow, if we end up having a pullback, I want to see some strength between the $2.60 level and as well as the $2.80 level. I know what you're saying, Dre, that is a very wide range. But what I'm saying is, if it could hold down this particular area, then we have an area of consolidation, so we can look forward to that move up. We want to see BBIG getting back into that $3 level. And when it does get to that $3 level like it did today, then you want to look forward to seeing how much strength it would have when it reaches around $3.28. And passing $3.28, that's where we look forward to getting that gap fill at $3.77. So this is very essential. I know this may sound like, whoa, you just threw a lot of numbers at us, but I just want to make sure you guys are seeing what the charts are telling me. And when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, it still continues to have short squeeze potential, and is why I say you want to keep this play on your watch list. We saw the high of the day at $3.28. We want to see a move above that. We want to see that gap getting filled, and that's why I'm going to continue to keep a close eye on this play. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see how BBIG performs going into tomorrow. We'll talk soon.